Welcome back everyone to the channel for another video. This is Q50 Beast. Today we have the 2016 Cadillac CTS V. This is another one of those larger cars that sports that LS Corvette engine. Very powerful machine, a family car if you call it, with a hidden racing power plant under the hood. Hey, just look at this thing, but I'm really ready to get into this tune with you guys. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, going over to the conversions, we look at the engine. We went with a stock engine, no V10, no V12. We're going with a stock engine. We're also going to leave this thing rear wheel drive. All right, going over to the engine, we have the race intake. We have a race fuel system. We have race ignition. We have a race exhaust. We're going with the race camshaft and valves. We're going with the race valves. We're going with the race engine block, race compression and pistons. We did the oil cooling on here, and we're going with the race flywheel. We got to get those gears changed quickly. Went with the race brakes. We also went with race suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars, nothing with the chassis reinforcement. And we did a full weight reduction on the car. Going over to the clutch, we did a race clutch, a 7-speed transmission this time, race drive line, and we also did a race differential. Okay, looking at the tires, we went drag tires. We did nothing with the front tire. The rear, we went 355 so we can get that power down. I used these rims a few times. I really like them. I think they look pretty good on this car, pretty clean. Front wheels, we went with the 20s, and the rear wheels went with the 20s. Kept the car pretty even. Our rear track width, we extended it for our handling and traction. We did the same thing for the front. We extended it out. All right, for the front aero, we did nothing. The rear aero, we did nothing. Definitely weren't going to do this on a Cadillac. We kept it stock. All right, let's move over to the tire pressure. We went 31 in the front, and then we went 15 in the rear so we can get that power down. We went a 242 final drive for the car. As you see, we did 388 for the first gear, 268 for the second gear, 198 for the third gear, 147 for the fourth gear, 117 for the fifth gear, 0.95 for the sixth gear, and 0.75 for the final and seventh gear. Okay, we did nothing with the alignment. The anti-roll bars 38.3 in the front and 65 in the rear. For our springs, we did 321.5 in the front and 1600 plus in the rear. And our ride height in the front, we did 3.5 inches and close to 4.5 inches in the rear to keep the car slim. Dampening, we did 1 in the front and 20 in the rear for the rebound stiffness. The bump stiffness, we did 20 in the front and 1 in the rear for the bump stiffness. Nothing with aero, nothing with brake, nothing with differential. All right, let's go ahead and do a pass here. We already heated up these tires, and we'll see this big boat leave. And we get this thing rolling. It gets down the track pretty swiftly for the size car we have. And I'm impressed with the times. I'm impressed with the speed, over 175 miles per hour in the half mile. Let's go ahead and see how it sounds inside the car when we're going down the track. Let's look at this thing. There is a share code if you're interested. Just listen to this thing. It sounds just like a Corvette. It rolls down the track. It sounds great. It sounds realistic. I love this car. Look at this. Over 175 miles per hour again in the half mile. All right, let's go ahead and try this thing out in a 1/4 mile. Pretty easy launch. And this thing takes off hard. It sounds great. It rolls great. And let's look at these speeds we're going to get out of here. Not too many people getting this 156 miles per hour plus. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. This is Q50 Beast. Peace out.